Yo, how did y'all meet? How did the podcast begin? Everything like that. So we're gonna give you guys a quick little synopsis of how it began, which will end up being probably long, right? Yeah. Well, these two guys stutter, so it's gonna take forever to get through the story.
It depends.
So for you guys, you guys already probably know this if you haven't been watching the recent content. I used to work in law enforcement, right? I was an agent with Homeland Security Investigations. I did criminal investigations, whatever, right? So I started in 2010 as an intern. 2013 became an agent. 2014 went to Laredo, Texas, started my career. And then I spent 4 years at that field office before I moved to Miami in 2018. And then I spent, my career pretty much here before I resigned in 2020, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. But the point is, guys, is that I was here in Miami starting with that, and that's how we met. That's, I was doing that job at the time. And I met Fresh. Well, it started with our boy Solo TV 84.
Yeah, Solo TV 84.
Shout out to Solo TV 84.
Don DeMarco.
Right? Hey, yeah, facts.
That's the big homie.
Yeah, man, he started that, so we got to give respect. I did a collab with Solo TV 84 back in June of 2020, and from there, he told me, hey, bro, I got my homeboy out there, Fresh Prince CEO. He also lives in Miami. He's in the Brickell neighborhood too. You guys should link up. So I hit up Fresh. We actually had a hour-long conversation.
1 hour Instagram call, video call actually.
On Instagram?
Yeah, talking about, girls, lifestyle, the RP content. And it was like, bro, we could collide it on so many things. It's like, yo, let's collab, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Let's link up. So we went, and did we meet up that day?
I think the same night.
Yeah. So
yeah.
July 27th, guys, we went through Fresh's archive.
June 27th.
Oh, June 27th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my bad. So June 27th, guys, we linked up, me, Fresh, and his boy Casey.
Yeah, Casey.
The pale guy that always goes to Columbia.
Yeah.
And Casey Redbeard on Instagram. Shout out to him. So we linked up June 27th, and we went out. Where did we go eat, bro?
Top 42.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, that's the best brunch spot in Miami.
Good food.
Speaking of which, if y'all want to know where to get the girls, don't go to South Beach, don't go to Brickell.
Go to Midtown, boy.
Anyone that's from Miami knows that's where you really go to get the girls, man. Midtown, not South Beach where they're like, on that tourist vibe thing, they're better than you, or Brickell where they're all sponsored by Sugar Daddy. You gotta go to Midtown, man. So anyway, we're there. We had the dinner. It was lit. We matched up on so many different things. Oh, you dealt with that girl. I dealt with her too. Blah blah blah. You use the sugar sites. Me too. Blah blah. That was actually a big part of how we bought it. Was like, yo, you be finessing on the sugar sites.
It's funny.
Me too.
People be like, oh, Miami's not real. Fresh is not real, bro. If we weren't two real people, we'd not collabing right now. Cause I seen the behind the scenes with him. He seen me behind the scenes. And, yo, we be killing it, bro. Y'all niggas just don't know.
So we had the dinner. So we did our first collab. July 27th. It was Miami game. We had done a StreamYard type joint.
Yeah, I was at my spot in down the street. You were in your living room.
Yeah.
We were like doing a virtual podcast.
Yeah, so which for you guys that don't know, because not everyone's a content creator. StreamYard is like a service that's kind of like Zoom, but like for content creators, it's a little bit more professional than Zoom. And he was at his spot, I was at my spot. We're right down the street from each other, and we just did a whole podcast on like how to party in Miami, how to get girls in Miami, all that stuff, and we broke it down. Little by little, and then what we started doing was...
Wasn't the first one a social media versus cold approach game?
No, the first one was Miami game. And then we did the cold approach versus social media game. So just a quick little thing I forgot to mention. So originally, guys, the Fresh Fit channel, as you guys know it, used to be Unplugged Fitness, okay? It was a fitness channel first, and then once I met Fresh, and we started like collabing and talking about girls and everything else like that, we said, you know what, dude? Let's just make it like a male self-improvement channel. Yep. And then we turned it to Fresh and Fit, and that's how it began. And then we did our collab with, on July 27th, our first collab. It was still Unplugged Fitness at the time. So we originally started with the fitness videos, guys. I was doing like a weekly fitness video, from like counting macros, getting in the gym, building muscle, whatever. And Roberto was my videographer. Shout out to Roberto. Yo, put yourself in the camera, nigga. Come on. Hey, yeah, shout out to you, Roberto. Hey. So Roberto was responsible for like all those earlier videos, like the fitness videos with me with the whiteboard and everything like that. And I remember he used to hate me because I would always like restart. No, I don't like that, whatever. Or like, hey, I need these edits or whatever.
Like you cannot see what the fuck was in the whiteboard.
Yeah, and you could barely see it. Like I'd have to use like different markers, or I'd like come in and the markers were dead, and I was like, damn. Or and my drawings were terrible. So like that's how I originally started, was like with the fitness stuff. And like obviously I still enjoy. I'm real big with the gym and like evidence-based stuff. But like, let's keep it real, bro. Like, fitness stuff on YouTube now, it's like, you're a big YouTube fan as well.
Fitness niche has really died down a lot. It's not as hype as it used to be before. That being said, though, YouTube, you gotta move with the times. Like, if it's not gonna be popping or going viral or getting views, you gotta change it up.
Now that I think about it, bro, me and you came from two dying genres.
Yeah.
You came from the prank era and I came from the fitness era.
Yeah.
And like both of them had their height. Like fitness era was like, it had its height between like 2011, right? to like 20, I would say like 17. And then like the prank channels I know were going crazy, like 14, 15, 16?
15, 16. And the funny part is that like these type of channels, man, like they're niche based. So they're very in this like box. So it boxes you in basically. And for you to get out, you have to expand. So most people don't expand and then they die out. But luckily for us, we saw a path where, hey, you know what? We can add value to people's lives, men especially. And we did that through our platform, so.
I released my first video May 25th of 2020, which was a fitness thing, and it was Unplugged Fitness. He had his Fresh Prince CEO channel, which was a prank channel.
Yeah, I used to do pranks, man. Gold digger pranks, Walmart pranks, fart pranks, all the funny pranks that were going viral, I was doing on YouTube, blowing up, going viral on Facebook, everything.
The gold digger pranks, like all that with the Lamborghinis, all that other stuff. So he was doing the prank stuff, and I was doing the fitness stuff. So we did the first collab on my channel, which we talked about running game in Miami, and that was in July 27th, 2020. You guys can go back and look at that. It was like running Miami game, right? Then what we did was we did the StreamYard joints, and we would rotate it. My channel, then back to your channel, then back.
Yeah.
And he made another channel called CEO Lifestyle.
Right.
Right? So, but he still had the Fresh Prince CEO channel. But then when we met, we stopped pretty much doing the pranks, right? Like we did one more prank video.
We did one
you?
prank, and that took like a whole week to film, man. Going to South Beach, going to Midtown, going to friggin' Brickell, man. It was crazy, bro. Because back then, Corona just hit fully. So it was hard to get people to come out and actually do the videos. And to find girls, hot girls was tough, man. 'Cause back then, nobody wanted to go outside. So it was like.
And Casey was recording for us. I remember that. Like we would go to, guys, we did, what was the prank that we did? It was,
do you prefer short or tall guys?
There we go. And that and we did it together. I remember it took us 3 weeks to film that, a month almost.
3 weeks, bro.
Because we could barely find girls, and we did. You know, they were like walruses, so we couldn't do it.
Yeah, because I believe at one point I was with you guys when you guys were filming pranks.
I think later on.
Midtown. Yeah, later on in Midtown.
Yeah,
so yeah, it was definitely difficult to find girls.
Yeah. Because like Miami was shut down. Yeah. So we were doing that right for Fresh's channel. Because here's the thing, Fresh had already admitted this, that like, yo, yeah, I staged a few of my pranks. Like it was funny when people try to say, we're exposed, and it's like, nah, bro, he came out on one of our streams and said that he.
Gold digger pranks that you see online are staged, bro. And my first one, the first one I did was actually real because it took 3 hours to find one girl.
Was that the orange Lambo?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, bro, this is not gonna happen to me again. So then I said, you know what, screw that. From now on, I'm doing everyone else doesn't find girls to come on the videos.
So wait, that's the one everyone roasts you on. That's the
So
that was the one real one?
Which is the funny part, yeah. So
they didn't roast him on any of the ones that were staged.
Yeah.
They roasted him on the one that was real.
That one was the first one I actually did. Took 3 hours to film. I was in Wynwood, sitting on a car. Girl actually had no idea it was actually a prank until after I told her when I got her Instagram. She had no idea.
Yo, I didn't know that. So he staged his other stuff, right? So I was like, nah, bro, let's do it for real. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. But it was a pain. It took us almost a month to film that thing. Yep. And because it was hard to find girls and get good reactions, whatever it is. So guys, prank channels are hard, dude. I ain't gonna lie. That was the first time I filmed, and I was like, never again.
You gotta go out, the hard-earned sun. Like you gotta go out there when you don't feel like it, get content, and trust me when I say, guys, real content takes time to film, and most people, they just fake it, so.
Now I know why like the prank channels like faked it, man. So it took us a month to film that. While we were doing that though, we were still doing weekly streams on dating. We were talking about like the first week we talked about Miami game, then we talked about cold approach versus social media game, because he was real heavy into using social media to get girls, like Instagram. He was sourcing all his girls, which to me, that blew my mind.
Yeah, dude, I shocked this nigga, bro. He was like, what, social media? Nah, I'm the cold approach. Then he slowly started to see, bro, the numbers are up there.
No, I didn't. It's not that I didn't believe you about using social media. You sourced 100% of your girls from social media with a little bit of sugar stuff. Yeah. Or you would get them from the sugar stuff and then shoot them right to your Instagram, which to me, I was like, that was new. Because like I had known obviously with the importance of Instagram, but the way I didn't utilize Instagram was as a social proof mechanism versus like you use it as a sourcing tool, which we did a whole episode on like the importance of running Instagram and using it as a sourcing tool, but your profile's got to be really good to be able to do that.
A full course on this whole method here called DMs on Demand. Get the course, guys. The course is amazing because
link below.
It is. In the course, guys, you get to learn how to market yourself as a marketer, influencer, business owner, and then added to that, you can always do ads as well and get girls at the same time. But you can't lose in that, bro.
Yeah, the course is amazing. My Instagram improved greatly.
It blew up, bro.
It blew up. And
his was trash when we first met him, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Dusty ass teacher.
I didn't know. I had the videos. I had stuff of mine. I'm like, yo, what is? And I saw his stuff. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
Way more engagement now. Way more girls, bro. I'm telling you guys, social media can you use to your benefit. You gotta know how to use it.
So we were doing the prank stuff, helping his Fresh Prince CEO channel out, but we were recording the dating type podcasts once a week, going back and forth between Unplugged Fitness and CEO Lifestyle. Yeah. Right? Then we were basically like, you know what, bro? Let's just combine the efforts and like make one channel.
Fresh to Fit.
You know what I'm saying? And then we changed Unplugged Fitness to Fresh to Fit because it was getting traction in the RP community. Shout out to all the guys in the RP community that were helping out at the time. You know, obviously Rolo Tomasi, Modern Life Dating, Rich Cooper, you know, Donovan Sharp. I was doing the 7 at the time. Yeah. And, you know, it helped a lot. So we were getting traction. So we're like, man, people want the dating stuff. We're here in Miami. We're actually young. We're actually involved. He was specializing in social media. I was specializing in like cold approach and everything else like that. So I was like, the people want it. You know, we're gonna help them with the fitness and become better.
We're in the city, we're doing it live. Actually, before someone asks, what I do before YouTube, I work at Chick-fil-A, $7 an hour in Boca Raton. If anyone knows where that is, from my spot in Pembroke Pines, there's an hour drive. And then I worked at AT&T taking phone calls at night. So I had 2 jobs. And from there, I went to an insurance company doing home insurance, which is crazy. And from there from insurance into a website company, building websites, doing apps, all that stuff. So it was a long journey, guys, trust me. Then YouTube.
And it was like a super woke tech company. We won't say the name, but yeah, they didn't like him by the end.
Good times, you feel me? Good experiences.
You wore a shirt that says, believe like some woman empowerment stuff.
Yeah,
I was laughing, bro. I'm like, it was like
bro.
pink or blue. It was like, yo.
Tech companies are very, very, very into that whole, agenda. So.
And Chris, what'd you do before?
Yeah, so my name is Aaron Parkson, or Chris, however you guys know me.
He don't know his real first name, bro.
I mean, hey, listen,
That ain't a joke.
it's a long story. But yeah, I graduated from art school, computer animation. I did 3D, graphic design, Photoshop, graphics. And from there, I worked in South Beach for 2 years, working with celebrities, high-end clients, and stuff like that. So I learned most of my skills just, working at a high-paced environment. So after that, I quit South Beach for 2 years, and I went to teaching. So I did teaching and graphic design on the side too. So I taught kids for 5 years. I did, journalism, photography, and creative
Can you remind
photo.
them one more time that you were a teacher before?
Yeah, so I taught 5 years, guys.
Every
time
bro.
on the show.
Chris, yeah, I used to be a teacher, so I know how to deal with the girls. Yeah, I used to be
All
a
right,
teacher.
but you know what
it
it is,
could be
though,
something
right?
that has nothing to do.
But you know what it is, right? I tell them, girls act the same way as spoiled children, or children act the same way. It's the same exact thing. So then people, oh, Chris, because guests ask me, so Chris, how are you go with the girls? I'm like, they act the same. I was like, I don't see the difference.
Bruh, it could be you changing a light bulb. Yeah, I used to be a teacher. I could do this. It could be like something that has nothing to do with being a teacher.
Why?
There's
Because
a burning house.
The perfect answer is, what's the answer to the question? I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher.
why? All right, you know
He
why?
always tells everyone, yo, I used to be a teacher.
Because during this seasons when I used to do the shows for the kids, I do everything, bro. It's like I change light bulbs. I do everything. Anyways, long story short.
Bro, we could be robbing a bank.
Yes,
This
me
dude would be
too.
like, don't give me the money. I used to be a teacher. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Actually, that was me. I was doing my thing, and then I quit teaching in 2019, and I started full-time graphic design on a company, which I won't mention. I don't know if I can mention it, but I was doing that for about 6 months. So I was doing extremely well on there. And with me, I watch the content. I watch Donovan Sharp and other channels like that. And then Donovan Sharp had someone right on this platform. It was Myron Gaines. So I'm like, who's this Myron Gaines guy? 17 subs on his channel. It was like, and you saw, I'm like, I remember the number 17 because when he said, oh, sub to Myron Gaines, I went to his channel, and guys, I rarely go to other channels to sub, but just his charisma, the way how he he carried himself.
Thanks, man.
So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, he's a Brickle. I'm like, you know what? One day I'm gonna meet him.
Well, yeah, because you can see the background, like you can know where.
Yeah,
where it is.
yeah. So I asked him, I'm like, yo, is he? Because I believe I super chat or something like that, and he's like, yeah, he's in Brickle. So I wanted, all right, cool, because in Miami it's hard to meet guys in that's actually RP, because it's like. Once again, I'm good with girls. I used to work in college, and so I'm used to dealing with hot girls. So it's hard to meet guys. So anyway, long story short. Oh yeah, he has boss spot, so he has to cover,
cover it up, guys.
cover it up. So long story short, I said, you know what, I have to meet Myron. So I DM'd him, and if you guys don't know, Myron is a hard guy to reach. It's like Myron doesn't really check his Instagram or whatever. But I said, hey, let me buy a shirt from you to support you, to actually add some value to you, so I won't, come on, hey, let me just meet you, let me do this. So I couldn't get a hold of Myron. I
remember the day we met actually. I was with Fresh.
Yeah.
And I was going to the gym.
LA Fitness.
But wait, before that, I hit up Fresh, and Fresh was the guy that actually made everything happen.
Yeah, because remember,
I didn't know that.
I actually read most of my DMs. Well, back in the day I used to. It's just too many. But just fun facts as well. So the whole time I spent, becoming a better person, learning how to work at a regular job. I was also studying social media, and at that period of time, I had a mentor to tell me how to make money, how to invest, and also how to do social media. So I knew the importance of responding to people and getting value from people online and social media. So that being said, I know the supporters, whenever they reach out, I'll try to respond when I can. And I saw his DM and said, yo, okay, you know what, you're Brickell, let's meet up in a public area. And that's how me, Myron, and him met.
And the people are probably wondering, what the hell is Brickell? But guys, Brickell is like the Manhattan of Miami. It's like the city part where like you got the skyscrapers and everything else like that. It's not South Beach. Don't insult us. So yeah.
That's how we all met.
So I bought 2 shirts and we met up in a gym, did a workout
You bought the
together.
Unplugged Fitness shirt and then you bought a CEO Lifestyle shirt.
Yep. So then we met up in the gym, we networked, and then we just hit it off together. It was like 3.
Not really. We didn't like you, nigga.
Yeah, whatever. But anyways, the whole time in the gym, right? The whole time in the gym, right? Myron's in the corner working out, me and Fresh talking. Fresh like, yo, me and Fresh, linking up and stuff like that. And long story short,
First don't work out. He was working out his jaw.
Yeah, here you are. So they asked me what I was doing, what I do for a living, and I told them, and I seen where I could provide value in with them because I saw what they can do. I'm like, you know what? They need someone behind the scenes to do certain things.
Even his sign, Chris went out to get his sign right here.
Yeah. So shout out to Tropical, by the way. That I worked with them for 2 years. That's the first company I worked for 2 years. And I knew that I had skills to provide for Myron and Fresh, and I knew how to make it happen. But in order to make it happen, I had to, I can't force it in. I have to be there, and we go from there. Yeah. And then from there, I was joining them in behind the scenes, late nights when they was doing the prank channels, when we was shooting Patreon videos,
TikToks, everything.
TikTok. So I was pretty much there, just helping them out when I can. And then here we are.
Yeah. And then the biggest thing where you came in, so this is August, right? So like me and Fresh are recording a bunch of content like through August, September. Well, we met in June. July we start recording content. August we go hard. We start like going really hard with the Fresh and Fit podcast. That's when we start like coming out with the branding and everything like that.
TikTok, everything.
And then we start if you guys notice, you go back to that time 2020 and look at the old Fresh Fit podcast shows, like when we were doing a StreamYard. I started putting the branding on a thing and we just started improving. And then in September, I was like, yo, we need to just like take this to the next level. And then we came here to the Panorama Tower.
Yeah, we went to a couple spots, but this one stood out the most because of the view.
Yeah, so I was like, yo, we need to do a podcast with like in studio with like a sick background. Which at the time, before like the real estate market here exploded, you can get a nice apartment here, guys, in Brickell for like less than 2K. Yeah. So like, yo, let's just upgrade the joint, build a studio in it, make it a tax write-off, and let's like make this happen. Like let's have a full-on podcast studio. Cause I never really liked the StreamYard stuff. Like it always I was like, this is not really that professional to like do virtual interviews. Like, nah, that's stupid. Stupid, insert stupid sound effect. So we found this spot. And I kind of had a vision, and I had already had like the branding that you guys see here, and with the logo, and I was like, dude, we need a podcast studio, right? So, I started getting with Chris, because Chris knows every random person in Miami that does like random jobs. Hey, Chris, do you know someone that knows how to turn a wrench, sideways this way and underwater basket weaving, and at the same time can play the harmonica? Yeah, I know a guy. And so he knows a bunch of random ass people,
man for random stuff. I'm like, bro, how do you know these people, bro?
No, because I network and I'm open-minded. So yeah, I mean,
Chris be doing them odd jobs, bro. So he knows everybody. So
gotta do it.
So I was like, yo, Chris, we need like a nice logo sign in the back. We need a Patreon sign, and I started getting like the live on air signs and everything that you guys see in the studio. And then also the big thing was like, we need a lit table. Yeah. We need a lit table. So we got the table, and his buddy actually like sketched it, and he showed it to me, and I was like, yeah, this is lit. Let's have it. Because for some of you guys that don't know, we have a neighborhood here in Miami called Wynwood, which is like
Art District.
The art district. So it has like really cool graffiti, and so it like added that like Miami vibe to it. And then if you guys look around the studio, we have like a very Miami, Grand Theft Auto was like a huge inspiration for a lot of the stuff that we have here. I don't know, Roberto, if you could turn like the camera on and show them the Patreon sign too? Yeah, so if you guys look, right here, that Patreon sign right there, Chris actually made that one. I told him, hey, we need the Grand Theft Auto font with like the Miami background. He made it happen, brought it to life. The table, I had the vision. Chris was able to bring that to life. And then, you guys could check out the entire studio and all the lighting and everything. Like we wanted to have like that Miami vibe with the pink and the purple and everything else like that. And then Chris was responsible for getting that behind us as well. Yeah, so we just worked together to make the studio look as aesthetically pleasing as possible and really give like that Miami vibe. So when we first started, guys, we had 4 cameras and we were running, and it wasn't a bad setup, honestly, because like we had it pretty good at that point. Like we had the sound panels up, and I remember, Roberto, when we first had this, we did our first video here, and we did a scripted video with our buddies out of Iowa, those girls.
Yeah.
And
And then he spent $2,000 in.
Bro, bro.
panels everywhere
These
now.
guys couldn't build anything. I had to build the table,
Listen,
the
man.
bed, I'm like, bro, you
How
can't
do you
build
build
the
it, bro?
table? Bro,
man.
you
Fresh didn't do nothing.
I didn't do squat, nigga. I can't build nothing, bro. I'm a computer guy, bro.
And then it's like, yo, bro, I'm like sitting there doing stuff. And then one day, right, I'm like, all right, Modern and Fresh, do this, just build something together, right? I walk in, I say Modern and Fresh, staring at the bed, couldn't build it. I'm like, it's been an hour. I'm like, bro, I went in there for like by myself.
Bro.
30 minutes, it's already been built.
Bro, I got a handyman I call for stuff, right? I don't do that stuff, man. I do computer stuff,
Shout out to him.
marketing stuff. Shout out to my boy.
I admit, I'm not a handyman
but
either.
That being said, though, we pulled up to this nice establishment
Yeah.
in a Honda Civic that belonged to Myron Gaines, man.
Oh, we're gonna have to play the clip for y'all in the thing.
I'm about to show up to this nice luxury spot in a beat up Honda.
That shit was funny as
Bro,
fuck. People looking at us
looking at us
crazy.
like, who are these niggas? What
Like,
the
a handyman?
bum niggas? What's
Handyman
going on
was
Was
here?
it 2002 Honda Civic
Yeah.
or Accord?
Yeah.
Or
No, it was a Civic.
okay,
And
it was old as hell, bro.
And I had an old ass Range Rover. It was like, bro, like,
The fucking brakes didn't work, man.
yeah, it was bad.
But not his
Oh, no,
brakes,
no.
but
The brakes on his
on the
Honda
Civic,
didn't work.
yeah.
Dude, yo, take it to the store, nigga. I
I
want
was
to die in
scared,
this car, bro.
Like, I drove it one time, bro. I'm like, yo, if I,
Keep this.
bro, just
Keep
No.
it. Just keep it, bro.
Shout out to Tom, by the way.
So yeah,
humble
man.
beginnings, man. Humble beginnings.
Yeah, humble beginnings, bro. Like we came in and like we didn't like whew, man, yeah.
We're working our way up.
Yeah, working our way up. So we came, we pulled in with the boxes, whatever. We set the studio up. Like we just had a rug in here. I had like a bed in the room over there, and then like we had the panels, and we just did the show. We kind of winged it. And then if you guys watch our first episode back, October 26th, the camera was always constantly out of focus and shit like that. Like it was a bad angle.
It was dim.
The sound was probably crap.
But guess what? That video had 10K views though.
57 people watching us, and I was like, yo, man, we got 60 people watching us. Yeah, let's get lit.
Was it only 60? I thought
like
like 100.
I don't know. No, we hit 100 like on third show.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
third show.
Our first one was like
No,
50,
because we
60.
were getting like 200-300 on the StreamYard joints.
Nah,
And I remember we got hyped for like 500 live viewers.
No, well, I got hyped to 100 because I remember me saying, "Oh, we over 100 now."
I'm gonna find this video right now for y'all.
I mean,
the episode was this. October streamed 35,516 views. Streamed live on October 26, 2020. Top 10 phrases women use to manipulate men. Shocking.
35K.
35K views right now. And October 26, 2020. Top 10 phrases. Yep.
My stutter was so bad back then, bro. Goddamn.
Steelers now, bro.
It's not that bad, man. I got a little bit better.
Yeah, like the camera was like
you go
auto-focusing.
way better.
See, you know, it's like a way better, bro. It's
better.
crazy,
At
man.
the beginning, it was like, does he speak English?
And it was like,
Bro.
yeah, it was like auto-focusing. The lighting was messed up.
was-
That was another thing.
bro,
I
he
remember
was
the
black.
lighting was bad because we had the lights pointing up at the ceiling.
And the ceiling had most of the camera frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like Fresh was extra black,
Bro,
and
charcoal black, nigga. Tar black,
could
boy.
barely see them and stuff like that.
Under the bed black.
And and then actually, yo, Roberto, shout out to you, bro, because you were the one that told us to get these lights
Yeah.
with that netting on the side. Show the people real quick, man. You're the one that put us on with that and how to like get the ribbing on the front so that it like, kind of makes it soft or something. Roberto makes the light soft so we don't look crazy.
Directional.
Exactly. So
Always upgrading.
Yeah.
So yeah, we started with 4 Sony a6 400s, a Rodecaster Pro, and an A10 Mini switcher for the cameras. And Chris was in the back, and we ran everything off my MacBook, guys. And then
I hate Macs. Bro,
yeah, he's a PC guy.
Like I told him the whole time, yo, Myron, get PC, get laptop. Oh, sure, you Chris. I'm like, nah, bro. I was like, I can't do this shit. It's like running a Mac with PCs. You can do anything in PCs. Macs is like, who the fuck use a Macs? Like, how do you do the hotkeys? The fuck is this shit?
So we're doing our episodes, everything's going, and we're like slowly upgrading the studio at the same time. So what happened was we started bringing girls on the podcast.
Yeah, so funny story how this
Early
even
2021.
became. So you want to know the origin story of how the late night shows happen? So me and Myron went on Double Date, right? These two blonde chicks, and we're just in.
No, your chick was blonde.
Oh, yours is brunette.
Mexican girl.
Oh, I know, 2 chicks, right?
She was hot.
We went to get some drinks, had a cool vibe, took them back to the studio. So we're up here just chilling, and I'm like, bro.
we were drinking.
Mind you, I actually drank that time. I was kind of lit. I was like, yo, Myron, I thought about this, bro. Let's go live right now. He's like, bro, you sure? I So yeah.
Chris wasn't here.
I was like, yo, Scott, let's just go live.
All right, so here's what happened. I was home chilling, right, working, right. Oh, son, I get boop. Fresh Fizz is live right now. I'm like, live. I'm like, but I'm not there. So I'm like, I'm not there. So then I turn on my TV and I see, oh, what's up, man? What's going on? Fresh is smiling. I'm like, this nigga lit.
Bro,
I'm like, yo.
I was off the White Claws like crazy, bro.
White Claws.
We went live, bro. Like it was crazy. The girls were talking a lot because they were lit. And it was a good time. People liked it. People were tuned in.
Yeah.
It was what, 1 a.m?
Yeah. People were shocked too.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we went live.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, we hit like 600-700 live viewers.
Yep.
And I was like, damn, people really enjoy this.
Yep.
And we just started like doing it more. Like we would like, it was kind of sporadic because it would be like,
was
if we had a
random.
double, because me and Fresh started like doing double dates then.
Yeah, it was random.
And a lot of the times the girls would be on some BS or they'd flake, and you guys know how it is, bro. But we were doing it fairly consistently, like 2-3 times a week. We were like bringing girls on that we like went on double dates with, and we were doing the nighttime shows, and people really enjoyed them. And and Chris was producing obviously the show during the day, but they were like, hey Chris, we're probably gonna need you to help us with the nighttime shows as well.
Yeah, facts.
And then he started investing, because he still had his main job, you know, doing the graphic design stuff.
Graphic design on Upwork. I just get up in the morning. I used to do graphic designs and have clients. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's fine. I don't sleep. I'm always up anyway. So let's get it.
And then as we started bringing girls on, and we started expanding, we started bringing more and more girls on. Obviously, the more girls, the more microphones you need.
Yeah.
Right? So I had to switch the mixer over to the Zoom P8. For you guys out there, that podcast, you guys know. But that's only 5 microphones. The Rodecaster's 4, and the P8 is 5. We quickly outgrew that too. And we started getting more camera angles and everything else like that. So the equipment had to upgrade. Enter Trey, the audio engineer, okay?
Yep.
So I bought a board that had 10 inputs, right? And it was a PreSonus board. And obviously, once you start getting into like, you know, the PreSonus, the Behringers, everything else like that, you know, Yamahas, whatever, now it starts to get more technical. And I had, you know, a good ear for audio, and like I understood audio to like, you know, at a remedial level, basic level. But now we're starting to get into like using an analog and like, you know, a bunch of other limiters. And Trey, what else are like fancy audio terms? He's licking his lips right now, guys. Yeah, compressors. Trey, can you at least like say one thing, one term? Yeah, all right, whatever. Anyway, he doesn't like to be on camera, guys. So yeah, compressors, limiters, all this other stuff, right? So I was like, damn. So I try to figure it out on my own, right? I'm watching like videos on audio and everything else like that for hours, right? I'm staying up late at night to try to figure stuff out. I'm like wiring stuff up. Like Chris would remember, I would go many nights without sleeping at all, bro.
Yeah, like at times, like before Trey, I used to help him with the wiring and shit like that. I mean, it's a pain in the ass. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? So under the table, always be doing networking and shit, putting up stuff. I'm like, bro, I can't do that. It's retarded. But and then he'd be like, yo, at 6 o'clock in the morning, yo, Chris. So I'm like, this nigga still up?
Yeah.
Like it's still daytime. All right, cool. Batman.
Because like my thing was, I always wanted to keep the studio like looking really good, guys. Like cable management for me is like crazy. Like matter of fact, I just got some equipment today where it's gonna get rid of a lot of these cables. And I know Trey hates it because I'm like, Trey, I want to get rid of these wires, blah, blah, blah. But that was a big thing for me. So the problem was when we upgraded to these boards and we started bringing more girls, we started having audio issues. Right? So the sound would come bad. I got a lot of complaints. Y'all need to get an audio engineer, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I didn't even know what an audio engineer was. And
me neither, because I do like doing the show. Sometimes when the sound go bad, me and Myron have to figure it out.
yeah,
within,
and
like,
then Fresh is
30
there
minutes.
reading the super chats, can't even read. No.
And I'm like,
Man.
Me and Chris in the background sweating, bro.
I'm a computer guy.
all right, put one in the chat if the
scenes.
audio's working. But he's like, and I'm like, yo, Myron, can you say Fresh? He's like, yo, he's fine. I'm like, no, he's not fine, bro. He's over there, like.
Yeah, it was real bad back then. Really bad.
Y'all want to know what was the turning point? I know which episode it was. The 40K celebration. We had those 3 girls. It was a daytime show. They were from, I think, Texas.
Texas, yeah.
I'll never forget, the audio was so bad that episode, guys.
To worry. Give us a number though. We need a number.
Number?
Yeah.
I feel like we're in college, so we make part-time minimum wage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for your guy,
Mm.
you don't even know. You're like, oh, I don't.
And like that was like the nail in the coffin. I was like, I'm tired. And then the other thing too was I'd get up in the middle of the show because the audio was bad. We get complaints, so I'd run to the back, try to fix it with Chris. We don't know what we do. We're looking at the personas more like. So I told Chris, I was like, Chris, we need an audio engineer, bro. This is way beyond us. We don't know how to use these more sophisticated boards. Enter Trey, Mr. Licks His Lips. So how'd you? It was actually Chris that set it up.
Yeah, because I did a story post and I think 3 people hit me up. And And then Trey was one of the first, actually the first person to hit me up. He's like, yo, I heard you need an audio engineer. Do you mind, can I come in? I was like, sure, bet, no problem. And at the point, like I knew audio more or less, so I knew more or less if he was good. So I asked him a few questions. And like, yeah, don't worry, I know things. All right, cool, bet. So he comes in.
Yeah, so check it out. So he hit you up, and then you passed me his contact info. I hit him up that night, pause, and I was like, yo, Trey, we need help. And he came through, and he like calibrated the stuff right there and then, and we did some sound tests and everything like that. And then I was like, yo, bro, we need, like right there on the spot, I was like, bro, we need an audio engineer, can you come through? And then bang, we just put him on the team, and he's been here ever since. And then the other thing with Trey too, is that Trey watches a lot of YouTube. You know, he just likes to be behind the scenes though. He's looking at his list right now as we speak, guys. So he watched a lot of YouTube, he knows other content creators, whatever. So he made a lot of suggestions for us on like how we should move as far as like getting guests on everything. And I think the biggest tip he gave us was he was like, yo, y'all need to get Tall Guy Mr. Organic on.
Yeah, actually,
That's Trey, I gotta give Trey credit for that.
So behind the scenes, man, I do a lot of marketing and also networking as well. And I watch a lot of YouTube as well. However, Trey has a special skill for finding talent on YouTube because he watches YouTube way more than me. And I had DM'd Tall Guy.
All different genres too.
Yeah, I DM'd Organic and Tall Guy back in the day to say I support your channel. And they're like big YouTubers from, car reviews. And they also do their vlogs. And Trey was like, bro, we need them on the show. I was like, bro, you're right, bro. So I sent Organic a DM, got on a phone call with him, we spoke. And then he came with Tall Guy. And that big collab that we did with them is because of Trey making that point to hit them up. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, and behind the scenes, it's a lot, personally to really do, to manage the chat, manage the sound, the camera angles, making sure that the pacing is good. So Trey's been a huge help with just dealing with the sound itself, man. That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, me and Chris used to do the sound by ourselves, bro, and it was like
pain in the ass because
and we'd be trying to fix the board. Oh, I got this. I'm a teacher. I'm like, nigga, that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't matter.
It was that extreme. I had no skills with teachers help me that shit. But
yeah, man. So like when Trey came in, and then also Trey was the one that told us like we should get on Twitch too. Yep. So Trey was instrumental in getting on Twitch. So like as y'all know that we live stream on like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube obviously, and Twitch. So Trey is actually the ones that handles Twitch. You know what I'm saying? He's the one chatting with you guys in there. And then Chris handles YouTube. And then, and then Trey handles audio, and then Chris handles the cameras and the producing and dealing with the girls and everything. So it has like a way streamlined system.
It's a full team behind what you see on YouTube, and it takes everyone to tango. That being said, everyone has their role, especially when it comes to like what you're good at. So everyone does what they're pretty much good at.
Yeah. So that's kind of like what everyone's roles are, and then like Chris kind of took up like dealing with the girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Once again, dealing with girls it's second nature to me. Definitely.
He was a teacher.
Yeah, I was a teacher. So dealing with the girls are second nature to me, and the girls are, they come in. It's a nice system. They do what they got to do, and we're good to go.
So yeah, guys, that's kind of the origin story of like how we started and where we are now. Things are great now, man. We got the full team here. Obviously Chris is running the girls and the camera angles and producing. Fresh is doing all the networking behind the scenes, meeting a lot of people. He's linked up with like Tekashi 6ix9ine, academics, everything like that. And then, Trey's in the back helping us with strategizing on YouTube and figuring out, hey, hit this guest up, we should do this. Content ideas, he's getting a lot of the reaction videos that you guys see us react to at night. And then, I'm just chilling, just trying to come up with analogies and try to keep my hair together.
Getting better, man, getting better. hey,
Debating, Frank Castling, what else? Fixing the studio.
Losing my hair?
Yeah, man, but definitely like Myron is adding panels.
Maintaining the studio, making sure the aesthetic is nice,
No, but definitely without Myron, man, like his termination is definitely one of a kind because it's like I see him every day. He's just focused, laser focused. I don't know anyone in Miami or anyone in YouTube that's more focused than Myron.
Yeah, it's almost scary, bro.
It's scary, bro. It's like it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, cool. So I try everything possible in my stuff to help support him and support Fresh when Fresh is out here networking with other guys, and then Myron's in the studio being focused. I'm like, how can I help the team and things like that? So definitely,
Well, you deal with the girls, bro. That's a blessing in disguise, man. Like they're downstairs right now waiting.
Okay, see. I mean, you can see on Instagram right now, but don't show them.
Man. So
it's
like,
guys,
bro.
This is our journey from the beginning to the end and to the future. What's going to happen next? So it's been pretty lit.
Yeah, man. 1 million on the way, guys. Thank you so much for the support, bro. As of the time that we recorded this, we're at 439.
439.
We just hit 439.
We're gonna have a 500K party as well. So coming up soon.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, man. I know you guys want to hear the origin story, but yeah, there we go. We'll catch you guys on a live stream.
One more thing, stay fresh, stay humble.
Peace.